I was thinking about singing that song, but it's Friday and I don't want to ruin or start you off on a bad weekend. Maybe I'll sing that tomorrow. What's up, guys? It's Friday, April 12th, 2024. We're at the Bitcoin block height. Can I remember it? 838,928, I think. TikTok, next block. Guys, there's pros and cons to everything. There's all kind of goods and bads, and there's trade-offs. And today, of course, it's so beautiful, almost 90 degrees, perfect. But when you make videos outside, I'm not editing this. When you make videos outside, the weather's got to be almost perfect. But of course, we're in the desert and it's going to be windy. And I'm very sorry about that, guys. This is the only time I have to record, and I'm very sorry up front. Mother Nature always laughs. I'm sorry. Maybe I can get like a camera with the microphone that's wind resistant when I get some money. What's up, guys? I hope all is well. I hope you guys watched my video yesterday. Speaking of yesterday's video, Matthew Cratter basically just backed up what I said yesterday on Bitcoin University this morning when he talked about how to properly get your Bitcoin off the exchange. And if you haven't watched that video, I was going to react to it, but again, I don't have time to edit and stuff. Go ahead and I'll leave it in the link. I'll leave it in the description box, in a link in the description box. See, when you edit, I could have cut that out because I mess up a lot, guys, when I'm walking. But this is when I do my best work. So click on that link. Check out Matthew Cratter's video, man. And I'll give you a spoiler alert. Go on your computer right now and download the Sparrow wallet, okay? And I'll get into more of that in more videos, but Sparrow is the gold standard for Bitcoin custodial, whether it's hot or cold wallets. You could connect it as a hot wallet by itself, and you could connect it with your cold wallet. It's only desktop for now, but it is the gold standard. Anyways, Bitcoin today, guys, and gold, it crashed down. I bought the dip today. I just didn't buy late enough. I bought too soon. I bought at I think 68 some change, and then a few minutes later went down to 66, and I'm just like, because I saw it when I woke up at 68. I was like, oh yeah, cool. It was like down 1,500, and of course it goes down another 15 or 1,700 or whatever. But hey, I got the Satoshis, I got my daily buy, and that's what I did. I was talking to a friend of mine. I ain't gonna say his name just before I got on here. Smart guy, man. He got into Bitcoin a little bit after me, and I ain't gonna say your name, brother. And smart dude, man. You can tell he's a smart dude. Never met him in person. This is why I say the digital world is crazy, because you meet people digitally. And hopefully one day I can meet you, man. Cool kid. I'd like to get a beer with you, even though I don't drink. When you come to Vegas, look me up, bro. He was texting me. We're texting back and forth, and he was basically, saying stuff about, the Fed, and talking about, the ship coins and stuff. And basically we were talking about either way, they're screwed, man. The Fed is screwed either way, no matter what they choose. Because either way, it's inflationary, right? Either if they choose not to print, or excuse me, even if they're gonna print. Even if they choose to raise rates or lower rates or whatever they do, it always leads to QE and inflation. Because if they really cared about inflation, guys, they would raise the interest rates a lot higher than they are now. But they're not going to do it because it would collapse the economy. Now I'll give Peter Schiff this. Peter Schiff, my eye itches. Sorry, guys. Peter Schiff is 99% right on everything he talks about. He was on the Patrick Bet-David show talking about it. And, if he's not talking about Bitcoin, he's spot on. He just, for reasons that we all know why he doesn't like Bitcoin, even though he accepts, I believe, cryptocurrencies. He was right. He said, no matter what, they're cornered, they're screwed. So it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. And when you're buying into hard assets like gold or silver, and the hardest asset in the world, and that's Bitcoin, because Bitcoin has a not only is it scarce, but has finality of scarcity. Sorry about the wind, guys. I'm really sorry. Meaning we know exactly how many Bitcoins there are now that are going to be minted today and what will be minted in the future. You can't say that about gold and silver. It is hard, gold and silver, in comparison to fiat currency. It's hard money, for sure. But Bitcoin takes it to another level. I mean, it just does. I mean, the Bitcoin issuance, you know, you can look at it right now on Clark Moody. You can look at it on Mempool Space, you know, all these different Bitcoin websites, and you can see exactly what's being mined, how it's being mined, who mined it. If I were to ask you right now how many ounces of silver or gold were mined today and who mined them, right? Who mined them? You wouldn't know. There's nothing to do. Like, you can go in your backyard right now if there's gold and silver there. You can go to the river. You can go to a cavern, find some gold and silver. Nobody would know the better. Now, that's a good thing. Depends on what side of the argument you're on. But it's good to know how much is mined, in my opinion. And speaking of mined, the Bitcoin halving is coming in about 8 days, 7.5 days. It's coming 4/20. It's supposed to be coming. Wouldn't that be crazy if the Bitcoin halving was 4/20? Oh, the Bitcoiners would love that. Actually, you talking about free promotion. And then you see some of these shitcoiners or shitcoin companies getting sued again because they have a point of failure, guys. You know, they have a CEO, they have an office, they have a CFO, they have employees. You know, they have all these things. If you wanted to, sue Bitcoin, who are you going to sue? You're going to sue the miners? You're going to sue us who run the Bitcoin nodes? And if you haven't, or if you don't know what a Bitcoin node is, look that up. Bitcoin node, N-O-D-E, and do the best you can to set that up. And by the way, if you want to learn how to set that up, get a 30-minute free call with the Bitcoin Way. They will set you up. They set me up with my Bitcoin node, and I haven't looked back since, because you're not a real Bitcoiner unless you run your Bitcoin node and secure the network. But who they gonna sorry guys, I'm having a brain fart. What was I saying? Oh, who are they gonna sue? Sorry. You know, who are they gonna sue? They can't sue us. We're not doing anything wrong. We're just running the node. You're not gonna sue the miners. There is no CEO. There is no head of anything of Bitcoin. It's ran by the people. It's of the people, for the people, and by the people. Right? Same thing with gold and silver. A little bit of a different way. But it's the same thing. Except the difference between gold and silver and Bitcoin is, again, we don't know how much gold and silver is out there. Look at that car. And also, we don't know how much our government really owns. If we want to know how much our government owns, we know that I think it's 190 now, or 180 Bitcoin that our government owns, because they used to own like 230,000. I think they sold some. Well, they put it on Coinbase. I don't know if they sold it yet. So it might be 200 they own. But we know it's an open source, and we know what's going on. Guys, people are waking up, right? That's what me and my boy was talking about. The guy we were texting back and forth. People are understanding about inflation, and I was joking with him, and I said, and I guess he heard my video when I said the other day. I misspoke too. I said yesterday. It was the other day. When I said, what do you think about inflation? And the lady says, oh, inflation's good. We get raises. We get a raise, she said. And guess what? I'm laughing at that, but I used to think that too. When I was in my 20s and stuff, I used to love getting my little 2%, 3% raise. When I was in the military, I loved it, because I used to get paid every 1st and 15th. And then January 1st would come, and boom, I was like, ooh, I was getting $980, and now I'm getting, you know, whatever, I think 1,015 or something, whatever it went up to. And I was like, yeah, not knowing on the back end that those dollars that I was getting more of were getting debased by the government, the money printing, and the overspending. I didn't know that. And it's our job to wake people up, guys, because now it's hyper going with the money printer and everything else. Everything is hypernized right now. Is that a word? Everything's like that. The money printer, government regulations, the way the woke and the left is going crazy. You know, I know people now, and again, I'm gonna be all over the place in this video. I know people now that used to be married. They're not married anymore, but they would be, you know, one would be a Democrat and one would be a Republican. No problem, you know. But now the left has gone so far left. Even the left are kind of looking like MAGA or centralist or whatever. But you got friends and family members and married couples that if you're on one side or the other, you cannot even talk anymore. And to be honest, I'm not gonna say not to my fault, because a couple of them are my fault, because I just blocked them. I couldn't even listen to them anymore because they watch my videos or listen to me. I don't talk to them anymore. They don't talk to me. I don't talk to them. And I try, man. I try to speak common sense, but being common sense is a right winger, a MAGA supremacist. When you say a man can't be a woman and vice versa, when you say we shouldn't have open borders, when you say that crime is not good and people should go to jail or prison that commit crimes, when you say inflation is bad, when you say the Democrat Party don't care about black people, they just fool you and lie to you about that. I'm not saying the Republican Party does either, and Republicans good, Democrats bad. I'm not saying that. But when you say some common sense things, again, you're a far right winger. Jesus. My goodness, man. Anyways, like I said, man, it's a beautiful day. It's Friday. Hopefully I'll have a good Satoshi Saturday for you tomorrow. I've been busy as heck, man. And I just look at these, oh my God. I want to talk about Satoshi so bad, but I don't want to, I have so many things I want to talk about, but I can't because I got to save it for Satoshi Saturday. But my goodness, man, I got a good clip for you tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And also, like I told you guys yesterday, if you haven't signed up with Swan yet, because they are right now for the next $10,000, I can't guarantee it after $10,000, your first $10,000, they are the cheapest way to buy KYC Bitcoin and non-KYC, because non-KYC is more expensive than KYC. They charge no fees. They only charge $200, not the back end or the front end or the back end fee. They only charge $200 over the spot price. So again, if the price is $66,500, they'll charge you $66,700, which is nothing, okay? Is nothing. And you're gonna get so many more Satoshis than you would anywhere else. So do you and your family yourself a favor, click on the link below, sign up, verify your account, and then you will be in there. You will be able to buy daily, weekly, whatever you want to do. I got a daily buy, man. Everything that I recommend to you guys, two things have to be good with me. Well, three things. One is I have to get along with the people, and I have to listen to them and see if they have the same morals as me. And Tony from the Bitcoin Way, we've had a lot of good conversations. Like the guy, he's actually taught me a lot. And then of course Corey Clipston and them boys over at Swan. I mess with them guys, man. Number two is I have to do it, right? I have to do it myself, and I've done the Bitcoin Way. They set up my whole setup, and I buy Swan every single day, and I love what the company is about. The Bitcoin Way has actually taught me that you have to run a node. They only accept Bitcoin, which I like, and they're like a cyber security team that are IT guys that only do Bitcoin, and they don't. And every product they recommend to you, and they'll give you a choice from them. They don't tell you what to do, but I pinned down Tony. Sorry for the wind, guys. I pinned down Tony. I asked him what kind of node should I get, because he gave me three choices, and he told me which one. It was a Start 9. Start 9. Google that. Start 9. And then I bought that. I bought a little computer, a little Apple computer, just for my Bitcoin stuff. Sorry, guys. Jesus. And yeah, so they're only Bitcoin, and the other one is they're only Bitcoin. They don't promote any ship coins at all. They're just not with it. Look at this cat. Oh, you missed him. He was staring at me. He's like, "What you doing over here, boy?" I love walking by this every day. This is history right here, guys. My peace on earth. Look at that. My peace prevail on earth. This used to famous museum here. I love it. So yeah, those are my three categories, and I would never promote anything. I get paid on the back end. If you sign up with the Bitcoin way, and it's a 30-minute free call, right? So if you go there and tell them your situation, because what you should do as a Bitcoiner is you should run your own node. You should download the Sparrow wallet to your computer, and you should put Bitcoin on a cold storage with a cold card. That's my number one recommendation. There's other ones too that are real good, Bitcoin only. And then set it up on your Sparrow with your cold card, and they'll hook you up. And you talk to them, they'll give you a free 30-minute consultation. It doesn't cost you anything. And then he'll make a plan to you. He'll offer you the plan. And then once you do it and you pay for it, then he pays me on the back end. And then with Swan, whatever little fees that you pay, they give me a tiny bit of percentage of the fees that you pay every time you buy. And that's what it does. Now again, guys, I'm not living off this. And the only reason I signed up for them for the reasons I just said before. And I am going to continue to look for Bitcoin only and America first companies. If there's anybody that's just America first, and we're living in a parallel economy where they just say, hey Jerry, I saw your channel, I know you're America first, can you promote this product and I'll check it out. And if it was made in America and they promote what I promote and they ain't with none of that woke stuff and all that, and it's a good product, I'll take a look at it. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not making money off this channel, guys. I haven't monetized yet. I haven't even looked at it. And the reason I haven't is because you know, I'm over my little criterias now. It's 1,000, I think it's 1,000 subscribers and 400 watch hours. I'm well above the watch hours and stuff, I believe. But I don't want commercials that I don't control on my channel that are just going to put on advertisement that I'm not with it. You know, because I talk about quote unquote cryptocurrencies, and they may put up a ship coin on my thing, and I can't have that. So the only way I'm gonna make anything off these channels, off this YouTube channel, excuse me, and I may expand and go other places, but it's from my affiliate links, like I talked about before, and maybe a couple of donations from you guys here and there. Again, you don't have to do that, but if you do want to, there's some links in the thing. You can, you know, Venmo, PayPal. No, not PayPal. That's it, PayPal. Cash App, whatever's down there. I honestly prefer, if you want to help me out, I don't want any cash, okay? Because all my disposable income goes to Bitcoin. If you want to really help out the channel, you can zap me some Satoshis on the Lightning Network with that address. Now, this is not from my savings, guys. That Lightning Network that I got down there, that is what I specifically use to give away Satoshis and the orange pill people. Sometimes I give 1,000, sometimes I give 5,000. I've given up to 10,000. I gave these two boys about a month ago, I gave them 10,000 apiece. Not money well spent, okay, on those two, because, you know, no matter what I say, there's one guy that I see a lot. I tip him. He just says, oh, I can't afford Bitcoin. I just can't afford it. And I said, well, bro, all you got to do is buy, you know, $1. And I showed him how to do it on Cash App, because I don't make anything off Cash App. Oh, no, I can't afford that. Let's just say he hasn't gotten any Satoshis from me since, okay? But we got to get out here and wake these people up. Like I said the other day, you know, talk to them about inflation, talking to them about the economy. That's how I get into orange pilling people or red, white, and blue in people, into thinking about common sense and not vote for somebody because you don't like them. You know, I kind of do it both ways. But my job is to mesh the patriots and the Bitcoiners together and have us be one, right? If you're a patriot, you should be a Bitcoiner. If you're a Bitcoiner in America, you should be a patriot. And if you're in another country or jurisdiction, you should be a patriot of your country if you're a Bitcoiner. Period. They should go together. Bitcoin, and no disrespect to any country, Bitcoin is the closest thing, is the most American thing you can think of as far as the money. I mean, if you guys read the Declaration of Independence, I gave that lady Carrie the other day, I gave her my one of my travel Constitution Declaration of Independence little booklet I had. I gave it to her. I said, have you read that? She said, no. I said, here, read this. If you guys read those documents and then you read Satoshi's emails and you read Satoshi, not all Satoshi's email, but some of them, when he's telling you about the peer-to-peer thing, network and his new cash system, his electronic cash system. And if you read the Bitcoin white paper, my goodness, guys, it's almost like parallel, man. Seriously. You talking about freedom? Man. But I read a book last night. I read the whole book. I got on Audible, and I've been downloading a lot of books. It's called The Bullish Case for Bitcoin. The Bullish Case for Bitcoin. Michael Saylor actually did the forward on the book. The book is 2 hours and I think 20 something minutes on Audible, which is a very short book for Audible. I read the whole thing last night, or I listened to the whole thing last night. Depending on the person's voice, how I speed it up. But I tell you guys this all the time. Learn as fast as you can. You know what I mean? Put videos on 1.25, except mine. Okay? What a hypocrite, Jerry. No, if you want to, you can. And that's what I do with my audio books, my Audible books. I'm sure you guys do too. We're living in the digital world, and it's about efficiency, right? I mean, it just is. I used to love reading physical books, but now, I mean, I do read them, but not as much as I used to be a nerd. I used to walk to the library. If I wanted to know something, think about it. If you want to know something right now, you just have, just go to your phone and quote unquote Google it, which Google is, I used to have to walk to the library. You know what I mean? Back in the 80s. I did, but I like to do it. And I would sit there for hours because it was about a 20-minute walk for me and about a 3-minute bike ride, depending on how fast I was going. And I would sit there in the library for hours. And at first I would read little, funny books and stuff. And then I would just learn about a lot of things in the world. And I was just interested because no matter how many lifetimes you live, there's not enough time for you to get all the information downloaded from all these great people, man. Great people. So what I would do if I were you, if you don't have Amazon, Amazon's not the greatest company. Whatever kind of audio book you can get, or audio, subscription you can get, download it. Audible is good. And then just go to the search bar and type in Bitcoin. If you want to study Bitcoin, that's a great way to do it, man. Just listen to it in the car, listen to it while you're at the gym, listen to it while you're just chilling, and just take notes and everything. I read that entire book last night, man. Or somebody read it to me. I mean, Saifedean Ammous says this. He says, the amount of energy that we have at our exposure would be like the equivalent of like 91 slaves. And I don't mean that in a bad way. But, back when there was no technology and no electricity, slaves and horses and stuff like that worked for the plantation, whatever, would have to, these two slaves would be over here and these dude over there. You got to go get the water. The horse would have to do this. I mean, look at the horsepower you have in your cars. Look at the water and electricity and the computing power you have. You know how much it would cost me to have somebody sit there and read a whole book to me while I'm just sitting there? And I tell them, hey, stop, pause it, go back, slow down, fast, go faster. This is why I Bitcoin, okay? Because the future's on its way. And the way the world is going, the world is going to look, compared to 2014 to 2024, looks pretty different. 2034 is going to look so much different with AI. And again, are you going to walk into the future with gold and silver? Not dissing it, I'm just saying, the farther we go in the future, the less in common we're going to have with that future. Just saying. So, Bitcoin crashed down. I don't know what it's at now as of this recording. Gold crashed down. You guys going to buy the dip? It's a dip. You're going to go to the coin shop and buy you some gold and silver? I don't diss gold stackers. You want to buy gold, that's fine. I just think Bitcoin is better. Do I think you should sell all your gold? Absolutely not. If you don't know anything about Bitcoin and you haven't studied it, no, you should not. But the reason I sold all my precious metals is because the more knowledge that I got, the less precious metals I had and turned it into Bitcoin. I mean, again, I only have a couple of pieces of silver left. I don't have any platinum or any gold. And you're talking about a guy that absolutely loves that stuff. And I don't have any of it. And like I said in my last Satoshi Saturday video, I showed you my plan on how I'm gonna buy it back. And if you haven't checked out my Satoshi Saturday video, my series, go ahead and play that. Start from the top. I have a pilot there that I did in September 2023, September 26th, because that's my brother's birthday. Bitcoin was 20-something thousand dollars. And I talk about, you know, how to be a millionaire. And back then, how to be a millionaire, how to get a million Satoshis with 260-something bucks. My goodness, man. You don't even realize you're in a bear market or stuff is cheap until you're in it. I'm going to give you a spoiler alert for tomorrow's Satoshi Saturday video. This is a bear market in comparison to what's going to happen next cycle. This is pennies on the dollar, what we're talking about now. But again, it's all relative, so. All right, guys, it's Friday. I'm trying to FOMO you a little bit. Trying to talk to you and get a little bit of exercise. My freaking Fitbit watch broke yesterday. I got to get another one. When you're a Bitcoiner like me, you stack Satoshis, all you think about is, wow, how many Satoshis is that going to cost me? Do I really need it? That's what you think, man. I'm telling you, man. And again, I'll say that for Satoshi Saturday. But listen, I want to say this to you guys. All jokes aside, all seriousness. I really, really appreciate all the comments and everything. I know I'm not a big channel. I know I get some subscribers here and there. I don't get a lot of views because I say a lot of the magic words that YouTube doesn't like. And I appreciate every single watch minute you give me, every like, every comment, every share, every positive, especially positive, encouraging comments. Even when you're hating on me, some of you guys, I appreciate it because it does help the channel. And without you guys, there would be no Jerry and Jerry Loves Freedom here on YouTube. And I always want you to know that I really appreciate it. That's why I respond to every single comment, every single email. And if I haven't responded to your comment, I just haven't seen it. Because again, guys, I have a lot of videos. I got 700 something videos up there. And sometimes somebody will look at one of my videos from 6 or 7 days ago, and I didn't get the notification. And, I'm like, oh man, I look back like 5 days later, I was like, oh shoot, I didn't see that. So I'm not a big channel, so I can definitely, respond to all the comments. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think about the dip, about the Fed, everything I talked about, which was a lot, but it was nothing. I don't know. Again, you guys gonna buy the dip? Take the weekend. If you guys haven't studied Bitcoin, take the weekend and study Bitcoin. Study it, study it, study it. And I'll leave a link to that name of that book. I think I might have it down there already. But I have a list of other really, really good Bitcoin books. And like I said, read the books or eat the bugs. Make sure you do that, okay? You work hard for your money, you know that. And there's a lot of ways you can save, like I always say. But you guys already know, for me, just for me, I've tried them all, man. I've tried them all. And nothing compares to the best way to save. And for me, the only way to save. And that's Bitcoin. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.